So what guild are you most excited about for Ravnica Allegiance? For me, it would have to be Orzhov. I think Orzhov is going to replace Golgari as the power guild. I think there's so many good cards, and I think I'm just going to say it. Kaya's getting a bad rap. I think Kaya's going to be a pretty awesome Planeswalker. I'm going to remind myself of this video when it turns out Kaya's the worst Planeswalker ever to be. So this video, I'm going to do sort of a deep dive into Boros. I've actually been kind of struggling with the Boros builds that I have, just because it seems like there's a lot working against it right now, and it's a pretty simple way to play. You line them up and turn them sideways. But here's what I've landed on that kind of worked. I did a lot of play testing with this yesterday. So 4 healers, Hawk, so 1 casting, 1/1 flying with lifelink. I like it because of the flying. It tends to live longer, and it can fly over things that obviously don't fly, and then get you that 1 life back. And it mentors really well. It's 1/1. So I have that in there. I like Hunted Witness. I had to play with this. There's only room for 6 creatures in the 1 space. So I've done 4 Hunted Witnesses and 2 Hawks, but I like 4 Hawks better. It's just a preference thing. I think the Hunted Witness is a little more durable because he has the soldier token that comes out after he dies. It's just where I landed. 2 Integrities and Interventions. You know, I like to use the integrity side as a combat trick. It works really well, especially if you use integrity before attacking, and then that gets you an extra mentor. Or the intervention piece to destroy a creature to swing in with some damage works really well. 2 Adonto Vanguards, of course, 2 casting, 1/1. As long as it's attacking, it gets +2/+0, so it hits for 3. And you can pay 4 life to make him indestructible. The timing on that paying of the 4 life is a little tricky sometimes, so you got to make sure you get it right, or else you lose them. 4 Knights of Grace. I love Knights of Grace. I do. I think they're pretty awesome and highly underrated. So I run 4 of them. For 2, it's a 2/2 with Hexproof from black. Pretty much all the removal is black these days that you run into. There are a few exceptions, like Deafening Clarion is definitely one of them that sucks, but Hexproof wouldn't protect him anyways. And then if there's a black permanent in play, it becomes a 3/2 with First Strike. That First Strike anyways is pretty dope. Comes in really handy. 2 Lightning Strikes, just for good measure. 2 mana for 3 damage, never hurts. Well, it always hurts. 2 Boros Challengers, 1 red, 1 white, 2/3 with Mentor, and then you can pay 4 to give them +1/+1, which is great if you have a Knight of Grace out, because then you could pump up your Boros Challenger and then beef up your Knight of Grace. You cannot do this with Adonto Vanguard without having 8 mana, because Adonto Vanguard is a 3/1 when it attacks, so it actually doesn't mentor very well at all. It's possible, but it doesn't happen very often. 1 Swifty, Swiftblade Vindicator, which is a red and a white. Vigilance, Double Strike, and Trample, and it's a 1/1. I'm sort of on the fence with these. Maybe if you do like a human deck, these might be better with like an emblem. Well, if you do like the Luxodon, that'll give him a +1/+1 counter, or a Johnny. Johnny's in this deck. Maybe this would be a good target for a Johnny, because every counter is like double time, but they're pretty obvious removal target, and they don't last very long. But they're pretty cool to get out there. 4 Histories of Benalia. That's a 3 casting 2/2. Creates the Knights on the first 2 ticks. Then the third one, Knights you control get +2/+1. Knights of Grace count as Knights, and I think that's it. I might do like Dauntless Bodyguards in place of the Hunted Witness. I might not. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence, and you'll see. I'll do a couple of games in this in just regular play mode, and then 1 in ranked. And the ranked game I will lose. I don't know. It seems like Boros doesn't do all that well in ranked. 2 Risk Factors. I like Risk Factor because it's the only card draw in this whole deck, so I don't mind it. They almost always take the 4, really, but they can't always, because they'll get low on health, and eventually you do get to draw the 3 cards. But having 2 Risk Factors is sort of like having 4 because of the Jumpstart effect. And then you don't want to draw them too early in the game because you don't really need them, right? So it's nice to get them a little bit later on. A Single Chance for Glory. This is one of my favorite cards of Guilds of Ravnica. For 1, a red and a white, creatures you control gain indestructible. Everybody forgets about that. And then you take an extra turn after this one, and then you lose. So you better make sure that you win on that second game. This pairs really, really well with Heroic Reinforcements. 2 Tajiks. Super strong third turn play right here. He's got haste, he's a 3/2, he's a mentor. He prevents all non-combat damage that would be dealt to other creatures you control. So like a fiery cannonade will be prevented and then he'll die, but then your creatures won't take that damage anyway. And then he can also gain first strike if you pay a red and a white. So sometimes you can sneak in there if they forget about that. You can give him first strike. You can try and keep him alive. He's a very strong character. Good Johnny, Adversary of Tyrants here. Forecasting Planeswalker with 4 loyalty. On this card, I actually don't care about his ultimate, the -7 ability where you get the emblem and you get to create 3 1/1 white creature cats with lifelink. That actually doesn't really matter in this deck. If you get it, cool, but by then you'll have won the game anyways. If he's alive for 4 turns, then you've won the game. But his first ability is you put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 creatures. So you could choose one, but then only gets the 1 counter. And then his -2, this is where he shines. You return a target creature card with converted mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, not to your hand, to the battlefield. So you can do all those creatures above History of Benalia cost 2. And there's like 7 or 8 of them in the deck. It's pretty awesome. And then you can also, of course, give them +1/+1 counters. Those counters work really well on Adanto Vanguard. 2 Conclave Tribunals. I used to run 4, but then I kept drawing them, and that pissed me off. So I went down to 2, and that seems to work a lot better, just because it does. 1 Aurelia, Exemplar of Justice. Her forecasting, flying, mentor. At the beginning of combat on your turn, choose up to 1 creature. Until end of turn, that creature gets +2/+0. If it's red, it gets trample. If it's white, it gains vigilance. I don't like the way they wrote it. It's kind of weird. And then 4 heroic reinforcements. I've seen other Boros decks with less than 4 heroic reinforcements, and I don't know why. This is the greatest card ever made. Maybe not ever made, but it's really great. You summon 2 1/1 soldier creature tokens, and until end of turn, creatures you control get haste and +1/+1. So if you got enough mana and you have a hand, so say it's like turn, I don't know, it's like turn 12, or you're alive for some reason, and you have a risk factor, and they let you draw with your risk factor, and you get a heroic reinforcements and like an Adanto. You could play the Adanto and then your heroic reinforcements, and then they all get haste. It's pretty cool. It's really cool. I'm running 10 plains, 9 mountains, 4 guild gates, and 1, because I only have 1 clifftop retreat. Now I am running 24 lands instead of 22, so sometimes I'll drop down to 22 for an aggro deck, but I kept getting mana screws on 24, and that seems to have gone away, which I'm pretty happy about. Though these Boros decks aren't always the most consistent, so I'm going to play it. Like I said, I'll play. Let's do 2 games in play mode, and then I'll do 1 in ranked, and I'm platinum. In ranked, I'm platinum tier 3. Yeah, platinum tier 3. So I feel like in ranked there's a lot of decks that work really well against Boros, but we'll see. Maybe we can come up with a solution to why I can't Boros good. And we'll see what we're playing against. Good old Liliana avatar there. They need to make a better Liliana Planeswalker for standard, I think. Okay, this is a keeper hand. Definitely a keeper hand. So I want to get my Adanto out first, I think. I mean, after my Hunted Witness. Now I've got some choices to make. This is a terrific hand. Hopefully we don't get oh boy, our opponent's mana screwed. That's not good. So I'm going to go with the Mentor first. So I can start mentoring the Hunted Witness and get the... we're obviously going to win this game, right? I don't know how this guy's going to play without any mana. Okay, Vanguard. He might have a Ritual of Soot. Maybe that's what he's relying on. We just auto-attack. It's going to mentor the Hunted Witness automatically. He'll take his 4. We'll move on. We'll drop Aurelia next turn, no matter what he does, I don't think. Moment of Craving. Yeah, we'll keep him alive, so here's the timing. You've got to hit it while they're on the stack. And I think he still lives, right? He can handle that. Yep. No! No, he cannot! Okay. That will destroy him. Gains indestructible. Maybe not. Alright, well now we know. Boy, doesn't really matter. Aurelia can't be cast. There he goes. He quits. So I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen with his mana situation. That will not happen in ranked games. I don't know what the difference is, so you guys are going to have to help me if you're still watching, still curious. So maybe the same thing's happening to you with Boros. I don't know. I gotta think I'm not alone, but it's just a straight up ass whooping in regular play mode. And then I go to ranked, and it's a struggle. I'm always against Jeskai or Golgari, and they get good draws, and I can't get anywhere. I go first, huh? I like seeing Tajik and then Heroic Reinforcements. Turn 3, turn 4. No turn 2 play. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it in hope. It's a terrible strategy, but I'm gonna do it. And I got my 3 lands, so hopefully I don't draw into land. And I drew into land. Okay, well, that happens. That happens. Sorry, I got a plan for this. That plan was to do nothing. So he's got at least a shock. So Tajik can eat a shock and die. Now what is this? Now I'm just drawing nothing but land. So I know he's got a shock, and I don't want to lose him on his first turn. So I'm going to risk factor. And he might let me draw just to watch me discard. Nope. Good. They never do. Since I have 4 reinforcements and only 2 Tajiks, I might reinforcements next and then send them in. And he won't... He may not shock him. He might throw that shock. I know he's got one because it's holding priority for one mountain. And the only reason it would do that is if he has... Okay, there's a good shock bait right there. Good, good. Good, good, good. So he can't counterspell it, but he is going to start shocking the dudes, which I just want him to waste his shock. He might have some other shenanigans that I don't know about, but if I don't know, I will play differently. There it is. Enigma Drake is unfortunate at this stage in the game. Well, so this game, this could be a losing match here, just because I know the state of where we are with this game and what I don't have in the deck. I'm going to save reinforcements. Let's drop him. See if he eats a shock. Or what does he have, an opt? I'm not attacking. Yeah, that's a shock. Poop. That's 2 of them. So he must have the other 2 in his hand, right? Is that how this is going to work? He has got to do something about my knight here. He's about to get big with History of Benalia's 3rd tick there. Knights I control get +2, +1. Okay, here we go. 6 mana. 4, 5, 6, yeah, 6 mana. So I'm going to drop my Knight of Grace, which I wish I had on the battlefield before History of Benalia ticked off. And we're going to make him think twice about attacking us next turn. So it's a pretty good punishment for attacking. He's at 4, and now I can freely risk factor and draw cards unless he saves a counterspell, which I will do prior to my attack, right? I'm going to risk factor. Make him weigh that option. Oh, that's not great. Oh, no. He's got another one of those. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, well. Not a big deal. Okay, so we have a win and a loss there. I don't know, that second game was kind of a fluke. Let me show you what happens when I go into ranked mode. Pretty much what just happened. The jank is for real. Except it's not janky, it's almost like you just get the worst possible matchup with it. But I want everybody to see this. So you can help me, really, honestly. that's where I'm at with this. I need help, yo. This is for sure a keeper hand. Holy cow. But this will be perfectly countered by whatever slow Camaro. That's funny. Aren't they all? So whatever slow Camaro's got here, my money's on this gets perfectly countered. Shock on the witness? No? Okay. I will be so surprised, but I'm prepared for it. Mono red? Runaway Steamkin? Crater Maker? And there's my 4th mana. Wow. I mean, this has really gone my way right here. I let him kill the Hunted Witness if he wants. I will pay 4 for my Vanguard for sure. Yep. Question is next turn. Destroy target colorless permanent. Can't do that. So he could do 2 damage to a creature. Big deal. He's got to pay 1 mana for that though. That's kind of a cool way to have an ever-present shock. So while this is on the stack now, I have got to protect my Vanguard, or else he dies horribly. And if he attacks with Crater Maker, I definitely block down and kill it. No question. So there we go. Blockity blockity. And I believe Aurelia's coming home, right? I think so. We're going to give our Vanguard the business. And we are going to send him home. He's a 5/1 with Vigilance, and I am absolutely going to lose 4 life again. No. Before, yes. I've actually lost him before just by poor timing. So now I'm at 11. I'm okay with that because I can intervention and gain 3 life back, so I can swing. It's like a 6-point swing, right? I can drop him to 13 and raise me to 14. This flyer is going to be tough for him to deal with. He's got 1 mana. He could shock. I'm going to take 1. Yeah, so I block with Aurelia. There's no risk of her dying. He must attack here. I think the right move is to reinforcements next turn and go ham. Firebrand I'm fine with. Yep. And she mentors. So I've got no problem giving her her own buff and then mentoring should be 5 mentoring the Vanguard. Yeah, check this out. This is cool. So here we go. She gets it, and she's going to Vigilance herself. She'll be a 5/6, and then we're going to swing in with it all. Pew pew. And we're going to give our own, our Vanguard Vigilance, our Mentor, but I can only do it this time because he becomes a 4/2 or whatever. So, I mean, next time he'll be a 3/2 even with the counter on him. Sacking his Firebrand to prick the Vanguard is not the right move. Although if he does that, I will happily let it go through and then win the game next turn. So in other words, I will trade my Vanguard for his 2 creatures and all this damage. It would be 14 damage. That's a lot. So he's got to block something. If he doesn't block, the game is over. So, well, maybe it is working in ranked mode. No reason to make him indestructible. We'll let that ride. He's going to prick him with his Firebrand. So here goes the Firebrand. There he goes. And I'm okay with this. This is just fine with me. I don't need to pay 4 life again. Got decent board state. He's at 7. I can kill him with Intervention and Aurelia. Unless he shocks and Lava Coils Aurelia, I can still kill him. Yeah, I still got him. Yes, these 3. This is 4 damage right here. Plus Intervention is 7. 4 damage here. Plus the Intervention side is 7. I could swing in for 7. I mean, it's going to happen. How exciting. Golems cost 1 less, so we can drop Crater Maker. Grab a blocker for himself. This will be fun. We will make a 2/2, right? So he has to block both 2/2s or die. He doesn't know I have the Invention, of course. That's Intervention, not Invention. Read good, yo. That's still lethal. That's still 7 on the table coming after him. He's got to block both 2/2s to live. Well, no, he doesn't. He can block the 1/1 and then take 6. And spare his... He's sparing his War Chief. Or I could use the Integrity side and give this creature +2/+2 and hit him for 8. So there's 2 different ways to skin this cat. See how that works? Which I've done before too. So really it's kind of nice to have the option. I can choose. There we go. If he was playing blue and had 1 blue mana open, I would play with the Integrity side and I would play around Spell Pierce. Just so that I had the extra mana to tap through Spell Pierce. Hey, oh, and I got a Mythic for winning that game. The game has rewarded me. It said, here, you've won a ranked game. Please take this Mythic rare home. It's a... Really? Yeah, okay. That's my reward for winning with Aurelia. Is Aurelia. How terrific. What a great day. I'm going to take a break there because you know what? It's time to celebrate. You know, like and subscribe. Give me some comments about what you think about Boros, especially because Boros is really one of those confusing deck types where it should work and then sometimes it doesn't. What the hell's going on? Or let me know what your strategies are, or maybe even some links to the deck text. That'd be kind of cool too. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time.